Morning, everyone. What a weekend of football we had. Let's get into it. We'll start with the two New York teams. The Jets improved to 1-1. They beat Tennessee Titans 24-17, and what was a pretty good game. It's a game I thought the Jets could win. They did. The Jet defense is pretty good. Aaron Rodgers looked pretty good for the second week in a row. The Jets are now 1-1. And for the Giants, the bad omen came on the opening kickoff when Graham Gano pulled a hamstring on that opening kickoff. That was returned because of penalty anyway. And it affected the Giants because the rest of the game they had no field goal kicker. So there were plenty of times where they were in field goal range. They had to go for it because they had no field goal kicker. They tried using their punter to do a point after the first time they scored their first touchdown, and it was a disaster. So the Giants went for two other times, and they didn't convert on either time. And then they gave up 7 field goals to a guy named Seibert, who was picked off the waiver wire this week. He kicked 7 field goals, scores all 21 points. They went 21-18, and the Giants' season's already in turmoil. Stat showed yesterday that team since 2020, when your team goes 1-1, you have a 46% chance of making the playoffs, which is 50%, which is good. A team starting with 0-2 since 2020 have a 6% chance of making the playoffs. So it's getting late early for us Giant fans. Now, the two biggest upsets of the day yesterday, one was seeing the Raiders come from behind and beat the Ravens on the road. That was pretty impressive. The second was the Cowboys getting trounced at home by the Saints. This game wasn't even close. It was 41-19. We them boys, huh? Okay, whatever. So that was a surprise. The Lions dropped the game at home against the Bucs. The Bucs are now 2-0. The Bucs are looking pretty good. And, of course, that was the first time they played each other since last year in the playoff game when the Lions won a close one. So they get their revenge. Another surprise was watching the 49ers go to Minnesota for the second year in a row and lose to the Vikings. And it turns out, I guess, they haven't beaten the Vikings since 1962 in Minnesota. Never knew that. So that was a surprise yesterday as well. And, of course, tonight we have the Eagles and Falcons, Battle of the Birds on Monday Night Football. Sunday night game last night between Houston and Chicago. The battle of two young quarterbacks. C.J. Stroud leads his team to victory, 19-13. Of course, the game of the day, Bengals and Chiefs, and what a game this was. And the Chiefs fans are going to pull their hair out again. They win 26-25. Of course, they penalty late in the game. People are saying, the refs helped them out again. But now the Bengals are 0-2, and they're a lot better team than their record shows. And in the only overtime game yesterday, the Seahawks beat the Patriots on the road 23-20. So that's your NFL roundup real quick. One more. I was surprised the way the Cardinals destroyed the Rams 41-10. So let me know what you thought about Week 2 of the NFL. Put your comments down below, what your opinion like to know. Don't forget the Monday night game tonight, and we will have Thursday night football, the Jets and Patriots. We'll talk about that much later. Until then, enjoy your week.